All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about two of the most fundamental words in finance, assets and liabilities. But we're going to look at them through a whole different lens, one that might just flip how you see everything you own on its head.
We've all heard this a million times, right? It's practically financial gospel. It gets passed down from our parents, their parents. It feels solid. It feels true. The idea that your home is the cornerstone of your wealth, your number one asset.
But hang on a second. What if, and this is a big what if when you boil it down to the pure cold numbers, that's just not true? What if the very definition most of us use for an asset is kind of flawed? What if the things we are most proud of owning are actually financial anchors dragging us down without us even realizing it? Well, that's the big question we're digging into today.
To start, we have to look at our own brains, our psychology. Why do we think about our possessions the way we do? This is what I like to call the ownership illusion.
You know, there's this really powerful emotional thing about ownership, isn't there? When you can actually touch something, see it every day, park it in your own driveway, or sleep under its roof at night, it just feels so real. It feels like value. And that feeling, it's so strong, it often completely masks the financial reality. You know, whether money is actually flowing to you or away from you because of it.
And yeah, that feeling of value, it really boils down to a few key reasons, right? We think of our house or our car as an asset because, hey, it's got a price tag. You can sell it. You can physically possess it. It's right there. It's definitely a status symbol. It just feels like you're holding on to this solid, tangible piece of your net worth. Our brains are just programmed to see these things and go, yep, that's valuable.
Okay, but let's just push all that psychology aside for a minute and look at the cold, hard system of money itself. This brings us to what I think of as a banker's simple little secret.
Seriously, forget how you feel about your house or your car for a second. How does the bank see it? You know, the institution that actually holds your mortgage or your car loan, how do they look at it on a month-to-month basis? Because their perspective, it's not emotional. It's just numbers. It is all about cash flow.
And really, it all comes down to this one simple concept: cash flow. I mean, that's the engine that makes the whole financial world go round. It's a simple question: is money coming in or is money going out? When we're trying to figure out what an asset really is, that's literally the only question that matters.
And this right here is the whole secret. This is the definition the entire financial system actually runs on. An asset puts money in your pocket, a liability takes money out of your pocket. I mean, it is that simple, but man, is it profound.
So this is the crucial point. This changes everything. The big deal isn't about owning something. It's not about the equity you have. It's not about what you could maybe sell it for down the road. It's all about what that thing does to your bank account right now. This month, it's all about the direction the money is flowing.
Okay, so now that we have this really powerful new definition, let's apply it to the real world. Let's see what happens when we start looking at everyday stuff through this new cash flow lens.
We'll start with something almost all of us have, a car, right? We call it an asset. We proudly list it on our statement of net worth. But let's actually run the numbers. Okay, so look at a typical month. You've got your loan payment, right? Let's call it $450. Then there's insurance, gas, maintenance. All of these things are cash flowing out of your pocket. So what's the net result? A negative $850 every single month. That car is literally taking money from you. So based on our new rule, which way is the money flowing? It's flowing out. It's a liability. Okay, now let's flip this and look at a different kind of property. Not the one you live in, but a house you rent out to somebody else. It's still a house, right? Still real estate, but its job in your financial life is completely different. So here, you've got rent coming in. That's positive cash flow. Of course, you still have expenses going out, the mortgage, taxes, insurance, but look at that final number. The net cash flow is a positive $300. Money is flowing into your pocket month after month. By our simple definition, this property is a true asset.
So what does all this mean when you step back and look at the big picture of your own financial world? Well, that brings us to our last section, your invisible balance sheet.
And here's the really mind-bending conclusion. That house you live in, with its mortgage, taxes, insurance, all the upkeep, it's taking money out of your pocket every single month. That car, maybe a boat, those subscriptions you have, on your monthly cash flow statement, they are all liabilities.
And this chart, this just shows the stark reality for so many of us. See that little bar? That's your income from true assets, things that actually pay you. Now, look at that giant bar right next to it.
That is the mountain of expenses from all the so-called assets that are actually liabilities. The cash is overwhelmingly flowing in one direction, out.
So the real takeaway here is this. The asset isn't the thing itself. It's not the house or the car. The real asset is the system you build that generates positive cash flow. A house you live in is a liability. But that exact same house, if you rent it out for a profit, suddenly becomes an asset. The object itself is neutral. It's how it functions in your cash flow system that defines what it is.
And that leaves us with one final, and maybe a little uncomfortable, question to really chew on. Just take a second and do a mental inventory of everything you own. Now imagine your paycheck just vanished tomorrow. Which of those things would start putting money in your pocket to feed you? And which of them would immediately start demanding to be paid, basically eating you alive? The answer to that question, well, that reveals your true financial reality.